Okay, cool. So we are live again, back recording. Quick note for most people that don't know, this has actually been 2 weeks, so it's been a minute since we recorded, because previously we used to record and you wouldn't get the recording. We used to record and you wouldn't get that episode for 10 days, and I really want to shorten that. So we're back now. Y'all gonna get this episode on Wednesday with my guest. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Hello, my Earthlings. I am Crispy.
So basically how this episode came about, so she actually hit me up, and you know when like on Instagram, basically your requests be crazy. I don't know, your requests probably even more crazier than mine, but my requests be crazy. So I don't know, so I seen the request, and I think I was on the phone to one of my friends, and I was like, oh, so this she seemed real cool, I'm trying to get on a podcast, and you said you was trying to come on a podcast. So I said cool, so we set it up. So I don't know if you want to tell them more about yourself, because I know you got this whole green thing going on in it. So if you want to explain that to them, explain what why you really like green, because green is my favorite color, so I'm cool with it.
Yes.
So why you really like green, or is it just a thing that you're doing right now?
Well, first things first, I'm an earth sign, and I'm real earthy. Like, I'm real with the nature, the trees, the grass, just the whole outside duo. And green compliments me, and like, I basically had a premonition like the last day of last year, and I basically tweeted that green will be the theme for 2022. It will mean abundance and wealth. And lately, a lot of people I've been seeing green, like, literally, like, and I just decided that my crown chakra needed more of me. So I decided to get my hair dyed green to set the whole tone.
Okay, so you said a bunch of stuff there that I have no idea about. So, first of all, what is an earth sign? Like, I don't know what an earth sign is. I got no clue. So what's an earth sign like?
Earth sign is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, because there's 12 zodiac signs, right? And there's 4 elements. So there is 3 zodiac signs in each element. So, for example, like I said, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Fire, Leo, Aries, Sag, and air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius.
Okay, cool. So, okay, so cool, because I don't know nothing about, I just know I'm a Virgo, and I know you're a Virgo, because we had this was like one of the first things we said off camera. I don't know what any of it means, but
you're the GOAT.
Huh?
You're a superstar.
So that's what Virgo is?
A superstar.
Cool. So we're both superstars. So who would be like not a superstar? Is there one?
I mean, everybody's a superstar. You just have to know you're a superstar. But I can't speak for everybody, so that's why I just rep my Virgos, because we're automatic. Like, Beyonce's a superstar. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Is she a Virgo?
Yes. Michael Jackson was a Virgo. Zendaya's a Virgo.
So we just cool.
We're dope as fuck.
Cool. So what would say if someone pulled up and they was like, I'm this, and what would be like, ooh, like?
It depends. Like, like if somebody said they were, say somebody was like, oh, I'm a Aries, I would be like, oh, okay, because I have a lot of people in my life that's Aries I'm really close to. Yeah. I love me some Aries, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That type of thing. Because astrology plays a part in everyday lives, so.
But how?
We have birth charts, the way you go about things, how you carry yourself, how you handle situations, your emotions, the things you need to work on, your shadow self, what makes you happy. It helps you navigate through life. Like, you just have to spiritually be there to unlock that type of level of yourself, if that makes sense.
So this is just, how did this journey start for you? Because I know now you're at the point where you're like your chakra, so that's like your hair, right?
Yes.
So that needs to be green, so that gives you something to like. How did you get here?
Okay, so I got here back in like 2019. In 2019, it was just given that I needed to step over to the other side. I just kept seeing signs like angel numbers, or like just certain stuff was happening to me. And I wasn't really sure of what was going on, but I just was still trusting the process, because I know it had something to do with higher power. Yeah. So like going into 2020, when the pandemic first started, that's when like the lockdown, that's when I really started tapping in. Started doing more journaling, like I started being outside more. I started like self-care and self-love, meditating, being by myself, listening to music. I started getting more like spiritual awareness. Yeah. I asked Papa on my dad's side for the Book of Quran, because they're Muslim, and my people on my dad's side are very powerful. Like, they're like spiritual OGs. Like, so like prayed over me over the mat. Like, they fast Ramadan, like very, very.
Yeah.
So I decided to get more into that, because the Book of Quran is definitely a great book to read on. I just started getting into a lot of stuff and start buying my crystals, start doing my research. Like, literally, it's all about what you do with the information, like higher power is given to you, because everybody's journey is different, you know.
So you read the whole Quran?
No, not yet, because
cool.
you have to read it 7 times to understand it. I'm still on my first time.
So, is your spirituality with like what would you call it? So for me, like, I would be like Christian, but what would you call like yours? Like, is there a name for it, or is it just the way you go by life?
It's just the way you go about life. Yeah, because it's different realms and different religions. You know, I don't judge people. I mean, of course people judge what I do because they're not spiritually there the whole time. Like, I have the key to the streets. Like, literally, I'm highly favored and blessed, and I'm literally reaching my pinnacles, man. Like, I deserve all of this.
So when was like a one-time thing where you're like, because for me personally, how I came about with like Christianity, I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest Christian, I don't go to church, all that, but my thing was like, I remember I was young, right? And my uncle was giving me a phone because I had like a small son, but I was in school in it, so my uncle said he gonna give me a phone. So he was sending it from America to London, and then the phone wasn't coming. Like, it was been weeks. I'm checking the delivery thing every single day. It's not coming. Like, I don't know what the phone is. And then one night, I remember it was like the start of September. I just prayed. This was like, I'd never done this before. I just prayed. I said, Lord, please deliver this phone. Like, that's really how this all came. I was like, Lord, just let me get this phone. Next thing you know, the next day I checked my thing, and it said the phone is like real close. Like, before, I didn't even know where the phone was. It didn't say no location. And then it said the phone's real close. I said, okay, cool, God got me in it. That's where my thing came from. But when was like a time where with your spirituality it came and you was like, okay, this is really working for me. Like, this is my thing.
I want to say when I started doing tarot readings, I have spiritual abilities and gifts. Like, I'm a light worker, empath, tarot reader, healer. It goes a long way. And I say that to say, when I started getting into tarot readers last year in February, like, I was doing it for $5. Like, I literally had made, from Monday to Friday, I made like $500 off readings. And mind you, I didn't even have any tarot cards yet. It's just my intuition. Like, literally, I could literally go back into my archives and show you like everybody's response from that week. And I literally was just on my Houdini, Gypsy, cool, unicorn, witchy vibes. Like, I knew then, like, my intuition is real strong. I'm real powerful. I don't know some of these people personally, what they got going on, and I'm like telling them, giving them insight, and they're literally saying it resonates. Like, oh wow, like, how the fuck did you know? Like, oh my God, you're so cool, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is when I knew that right there, because it was a lot going on, but when you start tapping into your gifts, and then you get the clarity and confirmation, you just keep on going. Like, it's a never ending cycle.
So with that, people just pull up and you're telling them, so what, are you going to tell them what's going to happen in the future? Like, do they say like?
No, not the typical thing. Like, just insight on life, period. I was doing readings like future, past, love, present, you know, what you need to know, like guidance, just about the situation. It's not the typical thing. Of course, people think, oh, you're going to tell me your future. Like, no, it's not the typical thing people put out there. It's very, very deep. It's very, very rooted. A lot of people actually need guidance or want to know what's going on or how they can do better with them, with themselves and their lives, and just how to go with the flow of things too. Because you never want too much control. Because when you put too much energy and emphasis on something, like, for example, money. If you place your happiness around money and your energy, it's going to be stagnant. It's going to be harder for you to get. Money's not even real, first off. All this shit is literally about to be on a computer. And I say that to say it is the root of all evil. And if you not put too much emphasis on it, it's going to come to you. Because life is a video game. Like, literally, y'all, this is GTA Monopoly. Like, that money's not real. Like, people getting locked up. all type of stuff. People getting robbed. Like, this is a whole video game for you. You have to play the game. Don't let the game play you, and you can't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know what's crazy about you saying that? I just got robbed. I got robbed the other day, but you know what it's like. It wasn't a thing where I was like, oh wow, I just got robbed. It was more of so basically what had happened was I wasn't going to my car the whole day. So I went to my car because one of my tires at the back was fucked up. Mm-hmm. So a dude had pulled up, I have warranty, I called him and said, bro, I need my tires fixed. He said he pulled up. Now my tires were in the back seat because I got two of them and they weren't fitting in my trunk or my boot or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I go into my car, I've gone into the front seat, I'm seeing all my documents on the floor, like car registration, like on the floor, like it's all messed up. I'm thinking, I never did that shit. Mm-hmm. But, you know, like the guys outside, I'm not really, maybe just fill out the compartment or whatever the fuck it's called. I get to the guy now, and he pulls up, I go to the back seat to get my tires. I said, what the fuck, my tires not here? Then I go to the front, right? And I said, oh, like, it clicked for me. I said, oh, okay, cool. So that's why my shit was on the floor. So I think they didn't really get shit. They got my tires, and they got my AirPods, and they got my wallet. But my wallet had nothing in it but my ID, which is bad, but it's like, I'm not really tripping. But, like, I don't know, like, see with that, right? Would you be able to tell, like, say, because I was just chilling in my apartment, would you be able to tell that something's going wrong? Like,
it depends. Like, now that my spiritual like gifts are enhancing more, I definitely do like one little thing, and 9 times out of 10, I'm right. If I feel something is off, like, I'm very big on reading the room, people's energy. Like, I know your energy is good, so I wasn't concerned. That's why I came to you, approached you about the podcast. But like, say we were in a room full of people at a party, and like I'm already reading out the auras, the energy, like who's genuine, who's fake, who's slimy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I like to be aware of my surroundings. Yeah. So I'm very big on reading energy for sure.
Yeah. I mean, so like, because it's all crazy because I've never met, I know there's a bunch of like people that have that same type of spirituality like you, but I've actually never met one of y'all like in person. So like, say with your friend group, do you all have the same type of thing? Like, could you be around people that don't really, like, they're just like, nah, I don't believe anything you're saying?
With my friend groups, like, I have some that are on what I'm on. I have some that are not there, and that is okay. But it doesn't bother me, like, even when they have friends that come around me and be like, oh, no, I'll just be like, I just always say, you're not spiritually educated, you know, because I don't, all of that, like, if you're not spiritually educated, just don't speak on it, like, you know, because that's offensive to me, because I'm good, like, God got me, universe got me, my ancestors got me, like, all of that typical rah-rah shit that y'all hear from the government and what the folks put out, I'm not impressed. Like, that's what not really. It's just like, ugh. But the ones, my friends, you know, they try to get more into it, but it's not even a thing I can teach people. Like, I got here by myself. Yeah. So
like, with that, because it seems like you have something like, you say money is fake, life's a simulation. No, you said life's a video game. Do you think life's a simulation?
When you say simulation, what do you mean?
Like, all of this is meant to happen, like, whatever, not meant to happen, but like,
it's all aligned, yes.
Yeah, like, it's all like, it doesn't matter what you do, like, the next few days already planned out, or the next month. Do you think that? Or do you think like?
Yes and no, because, you know, I get up every day, man, and I don't know what the fuck is going to occur, what's going to happen. Am I going to live? Am I going to die? Am I going to reach another stepping stone? Am I going to reach my point where I want to be with, you know, fame as far as with modeling and this and that and the third, or whatever the case may be, or the love of my life, or my complete whole soul tribe. I just know I get up every day and I just go for it. Yeah. And I don't live in fear, especially with what's going on now. It's all just a video game. These viruses, it's a video game.
So you don't believe it?
I'm not impressed. When you, the more you believe in fear and let the fear get you and feed, because they feed off fear. The government, those type of folks, they feed off fear. So they're spreading it out here and they're scaring the people. When in actual reality, you have no reason to be scared.
I mean, I do think they're living off fear. But so you don't believe in COVID?
Because it's man-made. Like monkeypox, COVID. I just seen too much. Like, I'm over the politics. Like, politics doesn't impress me. Like, you're not going to tell me. The news and stuff is already, you know, how it is. It's prejudice. It's racist. It's, you know, I'm not oblivious. It sounds good, but I mean, that's not. Them people can't have control over my life, unfortunately, because my ancestors said no.
So you're just going to live regardless. But, like, have you seen, so you've never met anyone with COVID?
Yeah, my mom had COVID, but that's the thing. No shade or anything. Not even just my mom, but people in general. I feel like, too, the whole COVID thing, when y'all are living in fear, it's going to come get you because it knows you're scared. So that's how I look at it. Because I thank God, like, I never had COVID. I never caught COVID. I've been traveling, no mask, and man, I have been coming out like the motherfucking champ.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's just each their own, and I already said I ain't gonna go into COVID again because I already said my experience with it. But I did want to get into modeling real quick. So, how did that start? Because I know you've been to Atlanta. So yeah, how did that start? How did you get there? Like, what's that like? What's that going on?
Oh, I started modeling the end of my senior year, April, when I was 18. I started with Nicki Limited. And then I just started just doing my own thing, like networking, and people were sending me like casting calls and designers and events, and you know, and I just started showing up and putting myself out there because I'm very, very confident. I'm very, very confident. My presence is strong. I'm very gifted and talented. I go for it every time. It doesn't matter. It could be the smallest thing, man, because the smallest things, they count too. The small wins count too, as well as the big wins. You got to know that you have to start with you have to work with what you got and start with it to get to where you want to be.
Yeah. So where do you want to be with modeling?
Modeling, I see myself being with the big brands. I want to be with Tiana Taylor. I want to be her mentee. Tiana, I love Tiana Taylor. I hope she come across this video. I love Tiana Taylor. I love Rihanna. I want to do I want to be a stylist. I want to style Brent, like for example, Brent Faze. Yes, he's a Virgo too. I want to be his stylist. I want to be styling and modeling and designing as well. So I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve I'm not going to speak on, but man, God putting me in the right rooms. But yes, I definitely, and I want to do runway too. I want to be able to like be where, you know, Naomi Campbell and Tyra Banks and Vogue, you know, the magazine covers too. I really want to, and not even want to, I am going to take it. My evil eye keep falling off. Maybe I don't have to wear it anymore. Let me take it off because I'm protected. I mean, no bad juju here. But anyway.
Wait, so what is that?
It's evil eyes for protection. But it keep falling off, so I have your good energy. I got good energy. That's why I keep falling off.
Okay, cool.
When it keeps falling off, I know that I don't need to wear it anymore.
So that's really how you go, like you have it on, and then if you feel like it's falling off, you don't need to wear it, so you know you're in a good space. That's crazy. Yeah,
but anyway, yes, I'm going to take it, and I am going to take it where people don't normally take it, because see, there's a difference between a St. Louis model and a model from St. Louis. I'm a model from St. Louis. I do things outside of St. Louis. You know what I'm saying?
So no, because what's a St. Louis model?
A St. Louis model, just, you know, the typical fit in with the crowd. Like, everybody want to do the same photo shoots. Everybody wants to be like everybody. And everybody think modeling is just, being cute on Instagram. And no. And being half naked. Okay, we get it. Everybody could be naked. We get all of that. Modeling is art. Fashion and modeling is art. It is creativity. It's being thyself. It is being different, and it has nothing to do with designer, because all of that, designer is corny to me. I don't care for designer. That doesn't do enough for me. Especially when those type of people that own those brands don't even want our people in it, if we're being completely technical. So it's like, why even stress yourself, especially if you can't buy it twice. Like, I could have had plenty of Gucci Louis, just like, I'm not impressed. That's a typical thing.
So would you say the brands from St. Louis, would you prefer to wear those over like designer brands? I don't know, many brands. I'm not big into fashion like that, but I know we had the street artists on for the first episode. Like, would you rather wear something?
I'd rather wear black-owned brands. Like some of the brands out, like in city founders, like Hustle 314. Is it Hustle STL 314? Like, that's a good brand. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people brands. I can't even think off the top of my head because I just know so many people that do it. But I want to be more on the side of supporting other black people.
Yeah.
I'm here for the black people. I'm here for the black people that are here for me. Yeah. Because I come from a place of love and not hate.
I mean, yeah, but I would say to like people, because definitely not all black people are here for all black people. But that's just something that you have to figure out yourself. But I did want, like, say with modeling, how is that like the culture? Because you always hear like about a lot of bad stuff about it and what it does to women, especially their like mental health. So like, what's that modeling culture like?
For me, it has been prejudice as far as other people seeing my light and, oh, she thinks she this, she thinks she that. Like, no, I know I'm that. You think I'm that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to water myself down because you're not confident. You don't know who you are on the runway or when it comes to modeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's personal. Your projection has nothing to do with me, and that, you know, because it gets real ugly in the modeling world. Like, I haven't even got there yet. Like, I'm on my way there. But, you know, people, you know, we have the tall girls and we have the short girls, the skinny girls, the thick girls, and it's different categories too, by the way. And I always tell people, and I always compliment other models, because I like this when I was just in Atlanta for the fashion show. I love the tall models. Like, it was giving stallion, sexy legs. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are not confident. They think because they're tall that they're not going to be attractive. And, you know, that's just an example. So it plays a part with size, age, look, height requirements. Your teeth, like, I got a gap. That's the only thing about me. I have a gap, but I love my gap. You know what I'm saying? My teeth aren't crip walking. Like, even my dentist told me, you have really nice teeth. And I always thought about braces. And people always tell me, do not close your gap. That is your personality. That is you. Yeah. So, you know, like, even just with that doesn't bother me, you know, because I'm me. I'm sexy. I'm her. You know, I'm going to walk in the room and I'm shut it down every time. You know what I mean?
So, like, with that, have you seen it affect other people, like, how they act? Like, say, for example, has there ever been a time you've seen a model that's come and they're real confident, and after like 2-3, I think there would be like shows, her confidence like goes down? Like, do you see that often?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
They usually just keep their confidence the whole way, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And some people second guess themselves backstage, and some people will literally ask me for advice, and I just tell them, like, be yourself, girl or boy, be yourself. Just go out there and, man, eat that runway up. Yeah. Eat it up for breakfast, dinner, lunch.
I think I could do it though.
You can.
Yeah, but, you know, all that walking.
If you can believe you can do it. Yeah. Because, you know, modeling is, you know, you can, modeling and acting go hand in hand, like commercials. What else? You got the commercials, you got the runway, you got the print model. It's like different. It's just a lot with the modeling. Like, it's a whole 360 with modeling. So it's whatever applies to you and what fits you. But me, I'm versatile, so I'm dipping my hand in everything. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, what's your mental health like? Let's get into
like currently.
Yeah.
My mental health right now is at a 10. It was at a 6, like, a few days ago, because this past week was very, like, emotional for me, spiritually, mentally. And man, it's always the strong ones, you know. I had to tell myself, like, I'm Superwoman. And one of my friends told me that even Superwoman falls, but she get right back up. And there was another thing too, like, I know I'm everybody's, and certain people's, not everybody's, but I know I'm certain people's earth angels. Like, some people are my earth angels. And I just felt as if my wings were broken, and I was trying to get them to flap because I just wasn't there. And I had to switch it, and I talked to the moon. I love talking to the moon. I love talking to my ancestors. I had to talk to my altar and listen to music and meditate, get myself back in a good headspace to remember that I'm still a winner, you know what I'm saying? Because we all have our days. And it's not a thing where you can just automatically snap back. But me, I know I can switch it, and I address my feelings right then and there. So that way, I can make healthier choices moving forward, you know, whether it's with somebody in a situation or something, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever is the scenario. But,
So when you say, like, talk to me, and you, like, go outside and just, like, talk to the moon, or?
Yes. I talk to the moon. She's very, very, you know, she's very powerful. She's here to listen.
So the moon's a she?
Yes, and the sun is a he. That's her brother.
See, I had no idea. So, like, when you go outside, you're talking to the moon. How long do you typically transit?
Whenever I talk to the moon for as long as I feel I need to,
Yeah.
I could be out there with her for a whole hour. I dance under her too. Like, I'm an alchemist, healer, like I said, reader, etc. So my power in is in my movement, because I know how to dance too.
Yeah.
And when I say dance, like I'm saying, like I'm a whole prodigy. Like it's one of my talents, like tap, jazz, ballet, etc. Street, all of that.
Yeah.
So I say to say I dance under the moon too, because I'm literally working my magic while I'm moving my body, because I'm manifesting while I'm talking to her, literally.
So are you big on manifesting?
Yes, I'm a great manifesting generator.
So what's one time you've manifested and it's come true? Like, because a lot of people be trying to manifest a bunch of people. Be trying to manifest a man, a woman, money. So like, what do you tend to manifest?
I manifest so many things. For example, I manifested, because I don't like speaking on certain stuff.
Oh no, we don't have to get.
I know, but I manifested something as far as with modeling and being out of St. Louis. I manifested something that's about to occur soon.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. So
I manifested a lot of things, but there was something that's on my vision board.
Okay, cool.
So that's really like personal for me.
Yeah, I mean, because I did want to get into men's mental health, because there's a bunch of things going on. Like, there's like, for example, Andrew Tate. Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
No, there's so much going on. I can't keep up.
Listen, it's cool, but it's basically Andrew Tate is a guy that. Who was the guy that just died? The black guy that used to.
His name is what is his name? Was it Kevin?
Kevin Samuels.
Yes,
yeah.
Kevin Samuels.
So he's like him on a different level. So basically, Andrew Tate will basically. Do you know what an incel is?
You said insult.
Incel.
Incel, no.
So basically, an incel is a type of guy that doesn't really get women, like he doesn't pull women or he doesn't talk to them, but he blames the women, so they be hating on women and stuff like that. So Andrew Tate basically more or less talks to them type of people and gives them more confidence and be like, yeah, like a man should do this, like a woman shouldn't do anything but stay in the house and cook. And it's like, I feel like I know a lot of men's mental health, like even our guys, like will speak with each other, and there's a bunch of guys that'll be down, and it's like, y'all need to, for me, stop listening to guys like Andrew Tate, because really and truly, I don't want to say he's a bitch, because I'm pretty sure everything he does is like internet, like Movado and stuff like that, but the scenes, what he's like putting out is very like, don't listen to him, because he's telling you, oh, you're supposed to be this. You're just cool. You should just be cool the way you is and be happy to be the way you are. I mean, like me, I'm cool. Like Andrew Tate can tell me, go do this. Like, you have to be a guy that's doing this for this girl, or you have to be a guy that's doing this to be successful. And if you don't do that, then you're a bitch. You're not a man. Like, I feel like men need to start realizing that men are men. Like, we come in different types of ways. Like, if Andrew Tate wants to come and say, I'm a man that does this for my girl, and if you don't do this for your girl, then you're a bitch. Or I'm a man that lives like this way, and I go to the gym 500 times a day, and if you don't do that, you're a bitch. I feel like, bro, if you want to stay at home, stay at home. If you want to run, go run. If you want to play the game all day, play the game. Just make sure you're doing something productive in it. I don't know what your take is on men's mental health, but like, I just feel like we look at other men too many times, too much.
And don't even know.
Yeah.
We're not even paying attention to ourselves, because we're busy worried about the next person.
Yeah, like we so worried about the next person. Like a lot of guys will be down and be then. One thing I will actually say though, if you are feeling down, I would say don't come to your friends, especially if if you're in school. Try to find like the school therapist, because I don't know what your like opinion on therapy is.
Did you? Oh no, go ahead. Because I can tell you my opinion on therapy.
No, go ahead.
I definitely would say therapy, whether it's school counseling or outside of school. Therapy, because I'm actually going to start going to therapy soon. I'm going to find me a great black therapist and a female therapist, and we're going to tap in whenever that aligns. But I definitely am going to be going to therapy soon. Therapy is definitely good, because everybody acts as if they don't need therapy, or that their mental health is just, oh, can't nobody tell me shit, there's nothing wrong with me. a lot of us, whether it's big or small, we all have things going on mentally, emotionally. And if you can find somebody that you can talk to that's an outlet that can make you feel comfortable, where you can take off your skin and show your skeletons and you can be emotionally naked, that right there is a plus, because everybody needs somebody. Even me, you know, like I'm considered the therapist friend. I need therapy too, you know what I'm saying? So, especially for black men, because I feel like black men have it really hard in this society, in this world. It's like a target on your back, you know, and all levels of like the cops and white women and women in general. And it's also one of those things where some things are out of black men's control and some things black men can control.
Yeah, like what?
For example, like with the cops, the black men can't control. Y'all could do all y'all best. Listen, hands up, don't shoot. Don't do nothing at all and they will still shoot you. I think that's very fucked up. And those people are going to pay for that, but that's an example. You know?
So what do you think like we can control?
You said can control?
Yeah.
The way you guys treat women, especially black women, because us black women, we love y'all black men. I love y'all. I love black men. It doesn't even matter what the occasion is or situation and scenario. I love black men wholeheartedly. I have y'all ain't shit ways, but overall, I think y'all are very powerful, talented, gifted, intelligent, strong. I think y'all are like almighty gods. We are all gods. Black folks, we are gods. Like y'all are kings. And I'd rather it be not being in the streets and actually get into grind mode and get into that mode of actually setting out your foundations and platform for your long-term stability than out here playing in the streets and playing with your life like this is Russian roulette, because you could be in the streets thinking you this and that, and that might be your last day here physically, not, you know, spiritually, but physically their last day here because you wanted to prove a point and be about something that you're not really about, that you don't even need to be getting into.
I mean, on that point, I actually feel like we treat y'all pretty good.
Some of you, majority, yes. It just, you know, it be those ones, you know?
Yeah, but there's a bunch of bad. There's a bunch of bad in every type of, because I feel like recently with the rappers, right? Because of what they've been doing, I feel like that's eventually led into what we do. So basically, for example, you see Lil Durk with his girl, you see Baby with his girl, I think. I don't know, I don't even follow them. But like, the younger people that are like 15, 16, 17, they see those are their favorite rappers. And if you see your favorite rapper always treating the girl right, then you're gonna, I feel like 10 years ago, maybe, but I feel like nowadays we actually treat y'all, I don't know what it is from a woman's perspective. From my perspective, most like of my people, my guys, like if they're in a relationship, they make it clear that, I mean, if they're not in a relationship and they're talking to a girl and they don't want to take it further, they make that very clear. But if they are and they're trying to, like, how do you feel like we treat y'all bad? Like, what would, like, you think like we talk to y'all rudely, we don't appreciate y'all?
Not child as in a whole, but you know those few people, because everybody, right? Everybody's not the same. That's not what I'm saying. Like being out in public, because I had seen something when this man had threw this drink. A black man threw his drink on another black woman. It was on the internet because she didn't want to talk to him or something. Like, why does it have to be that? Why you cannot? Well, how come you can't just take rejection respectfully? Why does it have to be? We're supposed to be on the same team. It shouldn't be us versus y'all. We should be coming together. Like, this is the time we need to come together. It shouldn't be that, you know? Another example, it was just going around the internet like a week ago too. Some dude flew this girl out, and just because she did not open her legs to him, he canceled her flight and kicked her out. You couldn't just be decent and get to know her. Like, I like when a man mentally fucks me, because we get it. We all can fuck. We understand that that is obvious how we got here. Reproduction. Okay, whoop-de-whoop. But let's get into the mind, body, and soul. Like, when you can touch my mind, my body, not even my body, because like I said, not physically, but my mind and my soul, especially my mind. I need to see how you think, how you operate, what's going on. you know, how does your brain work? Like, how does that third eye and that crown chakra, like, what is going on up here? That's what I like.
See, with that though, so he flew her out, I'm pretty sure, and she didn't want to do nothing.
Yeah,
so
he
sent
kicked her
home.
out. Yeah, he didn't even pay for the flight. He canceled her flight and everything.
See, this is where men.
All because she didn't want to have sex with him.
You see, this is where I feel like men should have this, be more clear. See, if you're just flying her out to have sex, I feel like you should very much have those conversations, like
in advance, before you get flown out. Like, okay, this is what I want from you.
But also, I feel like the girl should know why she's coming there, because you also need to initiate those conversations if he doesn't, so you're not in that situation. But like, I feel like that rejection thing with men, that's like all men, like basically like we all need to start working on how we do. Not all of us. I'm very cool with rejection, but like most people need to start working on like rejection. So like, there's a bunch of guys that you go out with them, they'll ruin the mood because they got rejected from a girl, and it's like, bro, you don't know. But I feel like y'all don't know how to take rejection more than us.
I don't like rejection because I feel like, why rejecting me? But it's the thing though, even pretty girls, we get friend zoned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it's that I'm not ready for a relationship right now and we need to be friends. We can just be friends. I want to talk to other people, entertain other people, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's not that we take it differently than you all. It's just when we really like somebody or we feel like, you know, ooh, that's it. We got something. We can get something good going. It's like, don't reject me. Don't run from me.
See,
I want you.
Me and my people that I'm real close to, we're real good with rejection. Not because, but you kind of get used to it from a younger age. Like, you kind of get used to, like, you have to be able to take a no. Like, if you go out on a night out and you go to a party and you go to a girl, if she say no, then it's cool, you move on. But it's the guys that are like, what do you mean you say no? Like, why are you saying no? Those are the niggas that be ruining.
Yeah, I've had those type of guys.
Yeah.
I'm just like, accept that I'm saying no and leave it at there. Because I be trying not to be rude, because I'm not necessarily rude until I have to be. It's like, listen, you cannot control me. If I just told you no, please stop. Like, people try to ask for no. I don't like everybody getting my number. Like, when I say people literally be like, it literally be people like, like literally at the dogs at the fucking gate waiting, literally, so ready to hop over the fucking gate, can't even get over the gate. Like, I say to say yes, all of that why and questioning after I gave you an answer, direct answer, like respectfully, please leave it at that, because that's when I get starting to walk away. Yeah, because that's annoying to me. Like, stop, you're disrespecting my boundaries, you know.
Yeah, one thing I don't want to put that, because you said like black men do that, but I feel like it's all
it's not
men.
Even black men. Yeah. It's
like all men, because like those are really the worst type of niggas to be around. Like, as a guy in a group and you're going out to the club and it's like, bro, what do you mean? Like, because he's coming over to the rest of us and he's like, she just told me no. It's like, okay, bro, move on. And he's like, nah, why she told me no? It's like, bro, you just fucked up the whole night, because now you're going back to her asking her questions, and now we have to like move you out. Like, it's just
yes, like, especially when you're drunk. Them be the words. Like, bro, chill the fuck out. Yeah, please.
Like everybody needs to learn how to like take a no, or just even how to fail at anything, because it's just about how you get back up. But like back on because we completely straight from our mental health thing. Like, on mental health, like what I was saying, like find a therapist, because you put in all those like expectations on a friend to be that person for you, when there's really people like at your school, at your job, that'll really be your counselor, that actually want to know and help you. But now you put on a friend, but like friends, they're dealing with shit too. So I feel like I know that people with depression that they'll be going through stuff, and by all means, like, tell your friend. Well, I don't expect your friend to be your therapist. That's just what I'm saying in it, because me personally, like, if you come over to me and you're like, okay, I'm dealing with this, I'm gonna suggest you go to a therapist, because, bro, I can't do nothing for you.
You gotta deal with your own shit.
Yeah, like, I'm like, I don't want to be selfish, but it's like, bro,
it's okay to be selfish.
Yeah, it's okay to be selfish, but it's like, I know you're going through something, but you trying to tell us now, like Rodwave.
We gotta figure our own shit out.
Yeah, like Rodwave, will always be coming up telling us like, nigga, I'm sad, like, nigga, Like, so eventually you need to work on the sadness. Like, if you always come in there telling us like you sad, it's like you expecting us to do something. Like, bro, do you not want to go get a therapist so you can really work through this? Like, they'll tell you what you need.
Yes, oh my God, because I would just talk about him. I cannot listen to his music like this. Like, I love some of his music, but it's like his music be the same frequency of sadness. No matter how he switches up, who he features it on, what tempo, beat, rhythm, it still is their frequency of sadness, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, like,
so I'm not always sad. I'm
like,
listen to that.
yeah, man, like, I'm a happy person, and then
no shade. I love Rodwave, but I just can't listen to his frequency all the time.
He just dropped the album, right, just the other day. And the very first song, the very first line was like, you ever feel like you're worthless? Like, bro, like, we trying to listen to the music to feel happy.
My God.
And now it's like midnight on the late night. Now you telling us all about pain. Like,
my God.
It'll be every single song would be like, this is hurtful, this is pain. It's like, bro, like, you ever gonna get happy? Like, you just been sad for years. Like I don't wanna feel like we're just diminishing your sadness, but bro, like, you ever gonna tell us you was in love or something? Like, anything good ever happened? Like, this whole time you just been sad. Like, you telling us you running away, you doing this, like, don't leave me, I'm heartbroken. Like, bro, you ever want to work on yourself? Or I just feel like it's just hella selfish to just keep telling us, like, bro, I'm sad, like, I feel bad, I feel this. It's like, we heard you, we recommended this, we told you do this, and it'll get better, and you still here coming there to tell us, yeah, you ever feel like you're worthless? Like, bro, I don't know, that's just my thing. I can listen to Rodwave in it, because I know I'm good. But there's a bunch of people that'll be good and then they listen to Rodwave and it's like they're just sad again because Rodwave decided he wanted to tell everybody 25 songs that he's just the saddest person that's ever worked this earth.
I'm howling.
Like, I don't know, innit? Like,
I agree.
Me personally, like, I like this music. Like, we can get into music because there's a bunch of people that make different type of music. So I like to listen to people that make music they made it, and then they telling us how they made it, or they telling us that they made it. I don't want to listen to Rodwave tell me he's been heartbroken for 5 years, because really and truly, the nigga got a girlfriend. So why are you telling us how many times? Like, you don't want to sing about the girl that you just got. But like, I don't know what you've been listening to in it, because we usually try on the podcast. We usually try and get into like what you've been listening to, and then because we have a playlist, so we're gonna add it. We add songs to the playlist. So what you've been listening to?
So I have been listening to. I've been listening to Calvin Harris' new album.
That's Calvin Harris. That's random.
Yes, I've been listening to Calvin Harris' new album. Nicki Minaj, Super Freak. I love how she sampled Rick James. Super Freak. I love Rick James.
You know, I haven't heard that song, but I did see a review that wasn't good.
That wasn't good?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, it's actually good. She definitely ate.
Yeah.
I've also been listening to Megan's new album. I've been listening to Travis Scott. I've also been listening to some jazz essentials.
Yes.
I love jazz music.
See, that's also different. Yeah, never had someone say
yes.
jazz.
And I've been listening to Summer Madness by Kool and the Gang. You know,
no.
Can I play it?
I think you can play like
no.
Okay, cool.
Well, after the show we could just exchange music. But Summer Madness, Bobby Caldwell, What You Want to Do for Love. I've also listened to George Michael, Careless Whispers.
See, so this is all jazz.
Not all of it, some of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See, I don't think I've listened to jazz for real before. Like, I sat down and listened to, but because I know black people started jazz, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, they have.
So, how did jazz start? How did you start listening to jazz?
My grandparents.
Oh, see, that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never listened to jazz like I said, I'm going to listen to jazz. But what songs would you want to add to the playlist, like, for other people to hear? Like, it can be as many as you want, actually.
I would definitely say Summer Madness, Kool and the Gang, Woman of the Year by Calvin Harris, Careless Whispers by George Michael, all of Michael Jackson's albums. You never go wrong with Michael Jackson, man.
If you could choose one song.
See, that's the thing. I have to. It's like I don't even have favorites. Like, I have favorites. I have a favorites.
Yeah.
But the one song, man, I would definitely say it's a good song. I I love Remember the Time.
Remember the Time. You know what's crazy? I can't remember that song at all. Because I've been listening to Michael recently. Like just the other day, I was listening to Billie Jean.
I love Billie Jean.
And there was another one, The Black or White.
Yes, I love that song.
Do you remember where you was when Michael died?
Where the fuck was I at? It's crazy you asked me that. Where the fuck was I at when he died? I think that I was like at daycare or school or something.
You know, I remember it. Because I've never been a Michael, but I know exactly where I was when he died because he was like, he died, right? And then my mom was watching on TV. And I didn't know who Michael was. I just walked in and said Michael Jackson died. I remember like I was a kid, I walked in and said Michael Jackson died. It's him and Kobe, that's the only two I remember.
Kobe was a Virgo too.
Kobe was so we just all cool.
Not even cool, we're fucking dope as fuck. We're some powerful, magical beings, man.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know you was. I really don't be looking into stuff like that.
Yeah, man, you gotta start looking into it, man.
Okay, cool.
Man. Yeah, man.
But what
rest in peace to both of them.
Yes, of course. I was gonna add. Speaking of Rodwave, there was only one song other than what he dropped before. I did like "Keep Going" by Rodwave, and I like. What song have I ever listened to? My Time by NBA Youngboy. So I'm gonna add those two. But because we got like 5 minutes left.
Okay.
Where would most people reach you? Like, how can they find you?
People can reach me on Instagram at Jacrispy, so fine, JACRISPYSO fine.
Where did that name come from? Because I'm thinking of it, you spelling it out, and I'm actually trying to read it in my mind though.
I knew you was gonna ask me this. So I got the name because back in my freshman year, I was fucking with this sophomore, and he was always on the phone, and he would always call me Jacrispy. And I just thought it was so cute. And I just took it and ran with it, and I changed everything, like Jacrispy, my Instagram name. Like I had different versions of Jacrispy, my Jacrispy era, like Jacrispy with extra Y's, or like can't stand Jacrispy, or they hate on Jacrispy.
Yeah.
Like literally, that was my whole duo. Like my Facebook, my Twitter, like Jacrispy, because it's me. I'm crispy, like pretzel, and I love pretzels. Like if anything crispy is me. I'm Jacrispy.
Okay, cool. So that's where it came from.
Yes.
Just a guy from sophomore year, or a guy that was a sophomore, and then you just taking it and run with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to be the typical brat, more dolly, he crave, he mom. Like, no, I'm Jacrispy.
Okay, cool. That is very different because you don't get no Jacrispies. Because I feel like it's always cool like to have a name like that. Just as something, whether it's a nickname or something where it's like, this is you, like LeBron. Everybody know LeBron. There's no Michael. Like there's other Michaels, but there's only one LeBron. But we not even gonna get into that because we got like 2 minutes left, so we're gonna wrap it up. This was real cool to this conversation. Just learning about your spirituality. So we're gonna leave off with a high five like that. Learn about your spirituality, like how you think like that. Because I've never, like I said, encouraged anyone like that for real in real life. I haven't had the chance to speak to them. So this episode is going to be out on Wednesday on all major platforms, and then we do have TikTok. I don't remember the TikTok name, but I'm going to put it in the bio of this because I actually don't use TikTok. I use Instagram Reels. I don't know why. I just always prefer Instagram Reels, but we do have a TikTok. Clips will be out on TikTok, and then yeah, I mean, keep like the support has been actually so crazy. I want to end it on that. Everyone sharing, reposting, retweeting, liking, commenting. Everybody, like, it's all love. Like the love, like the views and everything that we've been getting is way more than I ever expected. This for me is literally just me having the opportunity to talk to people, and just people having their voices heard or saying whatever they want to say. So we're gonna keep dropping this. We got more people lined up coming through that I know, everybody, y'all. We got more stuff coming soon, and so appreciate y'all for all the support. We're gonna sign out. We're gonna see y'all on Wednesday. So yeah, I think I'm good.